I had a lot of pain, a lot of physical pains. I would wake up, you wake up in the morning, your back hurts, your hands hurt, your knees hurt, everything. Even these emotional conditions that we deal with. And what I had found out as I came along, I started to see things for myself. I became a witness to that. All of these things, would you believe, we do to ourselves. All of these pains, cancers, sicknesses, these things, we create them for ourselves within this body and the other bodies that we have in the other realms. And that's from the physical, the astral, which is our emotions, causal is memory, and the etheric is your intuitive body. And from that, all of these illnesses come from tap lines, which are like energetic cords. You can have these to people, places, things, just anything really at all, because of the emotional side of it. It's very strong within all of us. And part of my wake up was to face a lot of these things, and from that I was able to solve a lot of my illnesses. I didn't need to go to these doctors and things because I was able to resolve it for myself, because it didn't come from the physical. When it happens to us in the physical, in our anything, we wake up and we're sore, or anything, we start losing our hair, whatever happens. That's the effect of what's already been decided in our other bodies. And so, that's what I wanted to share.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wanted to share. That by seeing the new you can see these things for yourself every night. You have these dreams. I don't know if you dream often. Do you? Do you dream?
Yeah, I have a very bad dream. Sometimes when I wake up, I don't know the dream. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, that one, or I still here.
I see. Well, by seeing the new you can start to see these things in an objective kind of way, so there won't be the fear, because from that fear comes illness in the physical body. We get sick, however it comes to be. So this is a little hint where it hopefully helps you and helps others. That was my little piece of share.
Thanks, Gary. Yeah. You'll see through Karen's experiences too, to face your fears, especially if it's a dream, like a nightmare, to face them. Like the Indians used to teach their children to face the grizzly bear or something in their dreams. It's for our benefit. And maybe if you have something to share with your dream, you can talk about it. Is it something you want to share?
It's kind of, well, it's just a dream. I want to share. I was in a place that I see people that I see people like right here, but I don't recognize a house or the people that was there, But then I see myself in like a room like this, but they have a door like that, and I don't know, the guy that I was naked, nothing for me, okay? I don't know why, but when I go outside, I open the door to go outside, it's a man in back of me, and says, "You want to go out like that, naked?" And then it's when my reaction was that, go back and put something on, a dress, whatever. But since I go back, the dream goes. When I wake up, I remember that is the only thing I remember. I don't know if I put something on, that dream stops.
That's very interesting.
It's weird.
Oh, it's very interesting. I've had experiences like that too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's my first time.
What I tend to find that through having multiple experiences like that where I'm totally exposed, that's the idea. When you're naked in these dream visions or your dreams, it's not so much that you're naked, but the idea is that you're exposed, right? That's just things we keep private. We don't want people to see them, right? And that can relate to our awareness. awareness, our willingness to kind of step out of what's normal, right? And so it's very interesting, the experience ends with you going back in to get changed. You don't see yourself getting changed because that's still a choice you have to make as to whether are you going to agree to that sort of fear, or are you going to sort of step out into the open is really the idea and share something.
It makes sense that I go back and
The room was in your consciousness, basically. You had an opportunity to go out the door, which is like taking a risk when you're naked, so that you're be exposing yourself when you go out. And again, it's more in terms of like, you're taking the risk to expose yourself, not physically, but expose yourself to and face whatever's out there, because that's what really you have to do to become more aware, which is what we're promoting, becoming more aware. So it's very, very clear dream. You went back in this case. Next time if you see that if you come into the same situation, you might try going out the door and see what happens, because you become more aware through that. And there's nothing to fear really. It's just basically facing what you have to do, and what's brought to you, what life brings to you, facing it, and it's okay. You're okay if you face it. If you try to do, it's always backfires on us. But if you face things, it'll just be clean. I know Kelsey has something to add to that?
No, particularly. Thank you for sharing.
That's a great dream. I mean, that's wonderful. Keep track of your dreams if you can. If you have a dream notebook or something, write them down.
yeah, like I say sometimes when I wake up, I don't remember. But this one in particular, I remember. But I don't remember when I go inside back and I don't remember put something on or go somewhere else, nothing. I don't remember none of that.
Well, it was kind of a preparation for this meeting here to set you up, to show you how things work. Because this is you really have to in a way study it, how what we're presenting works. Because it's not simple, it's not literal. It's more like, I was going to share, it's not what you think. It's not what you think, it's more like intuition brings you to the point where you can take action and do something. So if you follow your intuition, your little nudges, your hints that you get, then things will keep opening up for you. And it's an endless process. There's no final answer to anything. You ask, there's no answer basically. There's always an endless progression of next steps, which you can find through your intuition. And it's not really reading books or believing in anything or faith. It's you have it within you, your intuition. If you're sincere and want to wake up, life will, through your intuition, guide you to becoming more aware and okay. And just being okay. Because we all have pain and suffering and struggles emotionally, physically, but you're okay if you get on this, if you start listening to your intuition, and that's what we're presenting here, how to get in touch and access your intuition. And it's that little nudge you get. If you start following it and you see that it's just, it's better, it keeps getting better. Not necessarily physically, that you become more aware and you're able more to handle things, you more better at survive things that happen to you as you become more aware. You're more expansive, you become more expansive. But the intuition is the key, not necessarily reading anything, but you have it within you. And I know everybody has intuition, it's just tuning into it. And like Jeremy said, the new you, especially before bed, if you sing that, it helps to open up that, so life can come through you and give you go here, talk to this person, do this. It's very simple, but it's hard because we have all these ideas and beliefs and things. And it's okay, you can believe in anything, but your intuition really, you have your own guidance system, GPS system within you. And Kevin has some experiences too he might want to share.
Yeah, over the years, I've had all sorts of what we term dreams, like what we reference as real-time experiences. I've collated them in a series of books. I brought one of them along with me today, and this was actually the first book I compiled of various experiences. The reason I bought this is because the more later books I put together are a little more complex in the information and the way that I present them. And so this was a little more basically written, so it's a more appealing for people who don't want to be drowned in references and overwhelmed with details and information. But yeah, I would reiterate again that the most important way, the greatest means by which we can connect to our intuitive self, we all have an intuitive aspect of ourselves. And it is through the new you this connection is established. Because it's quite interesting, because this physical level we are here on now, and all the other multi-dimensions of creation, it is almost like mechanics, if you will, and that which we actually are, this that animates through all these mechanics. So these mechanics then provide us the view of these various dimensional levels. For example, at the moment, we have the physical body. We're viewing through the physical body and are able to see the physical level as affected and provided through it. I don't know if you've ever seen those virtual reality headsets. They sort of like computer things you've got on your head and you see another game inside them. That is to say, that would be a very good analogy, because basically that's what we're doing here. The physical body is like our virtual reality headset for the physical level, and as our awareness operates through it, so we are perceiving the physical level and having our experiences here. What happens when we go to sleep is we take off, as the analogy goes, symbolically, when we take off the virtual reality headset, we remove ourselves from the physical body. Now we are multi-dimensional, and we can view anything that's occurring in all the various dimensions in life, of which there are innumerable positions in creation. And because most people think that dreams are just really just random thoughts or imaginative ideas. In a sense they are, because we are the creator of our experience, and then we also experience that which we have then created. And so basically when we go on to the real side, when we dream, we are actually in fact in a position where we can visit other worlds, other dimensions, other beings, other pictures. We can glean our insights. We can also encounter beings that we refer to as the being guys. And this guy here in the garden, really bizarre, as you can see on my back. As you've seen the new year,
Really bizarre club.
so as you've seen the new year, when you're connecting with your intuition, the real awareness that you are, we're also ready to facilitate the means by which the guides can also start to feature predominantly on the real side when you dream, and then they will guide you with insights, show you what you need to see at every moment, because generally what we're shown on the real side when we dream is that which we need to be shown at that particular moment for where we are in our progress. And so the guides will come in and they will take us along step by step, and we'll start to reveal everything that's happening in our dreams, which will be all the other dimensions and such. That's an example. As I said, I'm going to pick a band, I'm not going to go into great detail, but yes, as an example. One thing you will experience when you start going other dimensionally, when you access your intuitive self, when you have your dreams, you will start to encounter all these other alternative body forms, like what we may call aliens. You may encounter sort of belly creatures like that. And regardless of what they may look like, they're all going to be bad. Someone will want to step in, they will help you and assist you, and indeed can be very beneficial to your process. As an example, I don't know if you're familiar with the reptilian body form. there is actually a race of beings that exists in our creational realm and other dimensionally, where they are walking as we do on two legs, but they're more like lizard-like in their body forms, and they're broadly referred to as the reptilians. And so it's very common that when you do connecting with your intuitive self through the new song, you will start to encounter these type of beings and body types, and the reptilians in particular, as they tend to be quite prolific throughout creation. And an example here, I had what I called a dream, which was we refer to as a real side experience, but nevertheless, I would observe there was a situation where there was a village in a random area in creation, another dimensional position, just like it would be here, physical. There was another world, another civilization, all these beings were existing there, but existing alongside them were also reptilians, and the actual people in the village were unaware that the reptilians were also sharing their space with them, because they were slightly removed from their position, in that they couldn't perceive them, but they were still operating nevertheless in the same position of space. And over time, the reptilians made themselves known to the people in the village, and the people in the village, their reaction to the reptilians were that they almost deified them, they almost considered them to be godly beings. And the reptilians actually stepped in, these particular reptilians anyways, and saying to the people in the village, yes, we may be different in appearance to yourselves, yes, we may perhaps seem very sophisticated with our technologies and our abilities, but we don't want to be treated as superior beings, we simply want to be equals. And so when that was decided, they still have to then live in conjunction with each other. And as I said, reptilian is one of the body forms that exists other dimensionally, and as I said, some of them can be a bit dubious in how they go about their activities, some can be a bit abrasive, but others, as I think somebody already mentioned, that when you see the new year, when you start opening yourself up to intuition, you will start to see creation as it actually is. You will start to see all the other dimensions, and you'll see all the sort of things that are going on in the other life levels. Just basically individuals living their lives in their different body forms, in their different civilizations, and you'll be shown all these different variations of life and what's possible. A lot of the experiences can be very much encounter all sorts of strange and exotic worlds and all sorts of activities going on, but basically what's really happening is these individuals are simply making their decisions, living their lives wherever they are. But until now, most people had only been genuinely aware of the physical level here, but now they're being opened up to everything else that's also taking place in creation. And there are much insights and learnings and gleaned from doing so. And as I said, I've got a number of experiences here. These basically cover effectively what's happening in creation. And although some of what we are shown can be a little unnerving and perhaps a little unsettling, nevertheless, this is what's actually happening, and it's important for us to know what's going on, because obviously the intuitive self, it will afford you greater survival, not just on the physical level, but also other dimensionally, because when you sleep, you are actually going into these other dimensional places, and you can get yourself into spots of bother, and other beings can interfere with you and maybe be a bit aggressive sometimes, but through your intuitive self, so you are then in a position where you can better deal and handle these situations. And so, if nothing else, it does afford you greater survival. And so I don't know if anyone else wants to add to that.
Any questions there? There's a lot, I know.
But I don't know, let me get this, what you guys do is to help, like me or other people, to, like if I have I don't know how to explain.
Try it. You can do it. We're listening.
See, like perhaps I'm a sales lady, but if I have that fear to go somewhere else to sell my stuff, or because people, for some reason, they don't. I have problem to expose myself, like perhaps because. So you guys help me to don't have that the way to see things, or
I think, if I may, I think that the way to see it is that what we share here, getting in touch with your intuitive side, especially these dreams that you have at night, is that, and starting to see and make sense of them, is it helps you to help yourself. Because really, no one of us could change anything for you, but what we are providing is a way for you to change it for yourself, because this is what will give you the strength to help others as well. So as each of us shares and we help, and if this has helped you and you can share it with others and it helps them, this is how it happens for everyone else.
but it's a cost for you guys for this talk that you guys do, or it's just let people know.
We're just sharing.
Huh?
We're just sharing our experiences. You know?
Oh.
Again, it's not what you think. I'm sure you have certain thoughts. You could go home and have certain ideas and try to figure out what they were talking about and stuff. From my experience, it's never what you think. So if you just let go of everything and just listen to your intuition, let that come out. Sing the new you before bed, and just pay attention to what life shows you. And kind of leave the mind, all the chatter in your mind. It's fine. Yeah. And just listen, pay attention, and you'll be okay. We want people to be okay.
So I'm glad I'm here to listen to you guys.
Yeah.
Because I really need to listen to something.
Well, part of it's the knowledge too. Like knowledge is the literal part, but the intuition is more like the listening part. But the knowledge, you need some knowledge to kind of make your way. And Jerry was going to talk about the 5 bodies, or our real self and our personal self. Maybe you can go over that so she has a reference. Because all we're doing is giving you references so you can understand what's going on. Why are you here? Why did you come? Not here, but just Earth. Why did you come to Earth? Maybe you can give her a reference. The 5 bodies. Quickly.
Yeah.
And then we're in 2
Yeah,
bodies.
it's like you say you go to the hospital, you have a surgery, but it's very dangerous what they want to do to you. So you don't know if you want to. No problem at all. The surgery, no problem at all. But so risky that when the doctor comes to you and says, "Oh, the surgery come out great," it's like a second. Okay, I don't die in the surgery, but maybe I have a second chance to be in this earth, but I don't know what for. You got me? Because my English is kind of funny, but I try to you guys to understand me. So it's the point why I get a second chance to be in this earth, but I don't know what I have to do.
And a big part of what we're sharing here, so people, because that's a hard question. That's confusing for people. People spend their whole lives trying to figure that out. But see, what we're sharing here helps people figure that out.
Yeah.
And especially when you have these dreams, if you, like, for example, the surgery, if you wanted to know if it was going to go well, that's when you can tap into your intuitive side, and you'll be shown what's best for you. But see, like you're saying, you come out of it, you're okay. Why? Why are you okay? What is the reason? Well, part of that is coming to that yourself. You have to see it for yourself, and you can do that through these experiences, through these intuitive experiences. And it all comes from a decision, much like your experience where you're saying, oh, I don't want to go out naked, let me go and get dressed. You make these little choices all the time. So,
because life is full of choices.
and the choice to be okay and to do something with ourselves, and the choice to decide to recognize why we're okay, why are we here, why did we get this second chance. That's a decision to be made as well.
So it's good that I came and talked to you guys, because now I get not the knowledge, but that when I have to do something, a choice, I have to do it myself.
And that's
Good, that's good.
I'll give it, we have two selves basically. We have our personal self, which is an Emma, which is a Monica, Jeremy, Evan, Valentine, Kelsey. We created our personal self through our decisions, through our experiences, our life, what life gave us to work with. So that's one self. Most people think they're Emmas or they're Monicas, but we have another self, which is our real awareness, and that's the self that is connected to, you could say, God, or to life, to something bigger. People say, it's a spark of God, a spark of the overall being or whatever, but that's our real self. We created an Emma, we created a Monica. Those are things we created. People think God created us, but we created it through our decisions. So there's two of us. You kind of have to see that. So when we go into real side, like in our dreams, we're more easily we can recognize that we're not Emma or Monica, because we have let that go in the sleeping in the bed. Now we're open to more, we have more opportunities to be creative and to take on different forms. You can take on an angel, you can be an angel, or you can go places you can't with the physical body, you can do more things. So there's two of us, physical self, the personal self, and the real awareness. Now there's also in creation, there's 5 bodies. We have 5 bodies. The personal self kind of handles and manages. Maybe Jeremy.
yeah, the 5 bodies that we have. So like us sitting here in the chair, or here in this room, this is the physical body, right? This is essentially more or less the jumping ground. We get everything. We get the aches and the pains, as I said before. But what comes from that, or really the cause of these things, comes from our other bodies, our emotions, right? The physical body is really defined by the senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, smell. And the emotional body, the astral body, which is very close to the physical body, is the emotions. The anger, the pain, the sadness, the happiness, the joy, the gratitude that we feel for things. That's the astral body. The causal is our memory. When we memorize something, or the past life body, where a lot of that memory is stored from past lives, a lot of that karma, a lot of that guilt and things like that, we carry that for lifetimes. This is where it comes from. And beyond that is the mental body, our thoughts, the things that we routine ourselves with, these patterns, these things that we consider, the considerations that we make about the world, how we perceive it. And then more so what we're talking about here is the intuitive body. That's the closest to the true you. That intuitive body is the very subtle body. That's something other than the mind, other than the logical, rational explanation, what we think. It's something more so that you don't necessarily feel, you don't really think, but you have to see it. It happens for all of us. Like the air we breathe, you never really think about the air we breathe. That's intuitive. We just do it. Just like our heart beating, we don't think about that actually. That's more connected to our intuition. That's something that's automatic, right? So as you take a look at these things, you start to compare and contrast, okay? And as you take a look at these different parts, you recognize that there's more to you, and that gives you the capability to solve a lot of your own problems. problems. And as you progress beyond that, you start to recognize what else is going on. So, that's a little bit about the bodies.
That's a reference. So again, the five bodies are the physical, the astral, the causal, the mental, and the intuitive is like near the top, you could say, where your real awareness resides. We're just a view, basically. We're just like a view. That's all we are. But then we take on creation, we take on a body, we start creating things. You guys created this plaza. That was out of your own decision and imagination, right? You created this place, and it's wonderful. We love it. We love the community idea that you're presenting and offering to people. You're creating baked goods and and offering this to people. It's from your decision. So this is from using creation as a tool to help people to be in communication and relationship with people. But again, the references are the five bodies, and I think it's important for you to see that and how when you're going to go through life, that you're using different aspects of yourself, your emotions, your ideas, the mental body, your imagination, and particularly in this workshop we're offering you the opportunity to see that there's an intuitive part of you that you can really utilize. It's even more important than your literal self. Follow your intuition, and this is why I say learn to really listen to it. For me, it's like when I get up in the morning, it's the first thing it just comes, whatever comes to me, I follow it through the day, or act on it. Because usually that's what I get. And Kevin, he's really open in the dream state. He gets it in the dream state a lot. I don't know about Kelsey or Jeremy. Jeremy has a lot of waking, during the physical waking state, he has a lot of things. He sees things. So we're all different in how we perceive this communication with, you can say, life. And again, you can use God, you can use the source, you can whatever you want. It's okay. We're not here to try to make you believe in anything. It's just we're helping each other to survive better and become more aware. If anything, we're promoting awareness, becoming more aware. What's going on? Why are we here? Why did we come into this life now? Why did we make the decisions we do? Well, we can make better decisions if we're more aware. It's better for our survival. And life is about being, the adventure of life. It's you can do the happy hunting ground, going to heaven, bliss. You can do that route, or that's one route. Most people are into that, where they want to go to a happy place when they die. And you can do that. But there's more, actually, there's more to it. Because you kind of get bored with that happy place, even though you can be there for a million years. There's a point where you're going to be bored, there must be something else besides being happy, or being in bliss, or so that's where we come in. Because nobody's really presenting what we're presenting on the planet. We're very unique. Everybody's more tuned into something to believe in. So we don't, you can believe what you want, but it's becoming more aware. That's where the key is, becoming more aware. And through your intuition, you can do that. So do you have any questions, Monica? Or do you have any dreams to share?
¿Me has soñado? ¿No tienes sueños?
¿Sueños?
¿No tienes sueños?
Yeah, I know dreams, but I'm not remember when I wake up. I never.
Yeah,
No.
Try the new you before bed. New you.
I hear in my phone the history to the terror. Scary histories all the night. That's why I sleep, and I don't have dreams. I don't know.
What did she say about scary?
Scary histories. I hear with all the nights.
You put these things and it's just the scary things, he listen to go to sleep. It's crazy.
Es la única manera para dormir.
You mean you hear scary sounds? Or what?
It's not sounds, it's histories.
There's somebody like you guys say you are, say a history of somebody.
Something happened
something
on the
scary.
drivers or histories.
That's what she hears. To go to sleep.
You mean a history, like she sees
Like
it? Is somebody talking or
Yeah,
she-
Yes.
somebody's talking about something that they happened, but terrible.
like this. Oh, see, she hears that.
Yeah, but I'm not have dreams.
Okay.
So,
Kevin's our go-to guy for scary things.
history happened something. And
Take it, Kevin.
Halloween is coming, so that's something scary.
There is one thing I wanted to touch upon. Val was saying that like this cafe was built, right? Before it was built, this is in relation to your intuitive senses, sort of bringing it back that an idea, a hint for you, if you will, is how better to look at the intuition. So, for example, this cafe, this room, before it was built, when it was just dirt, that before it was built, you've seen it. You might say you had a vision of what you wanted, right? That vision, that image you're seeing, that what you're creating, that doesn't come from the mind. That's not the emotions. That's not the memory. You're creating it. You're seeing it. And the act of bringing it into the physical realm is utilizing those intuitive senses, right? Moving the body, using the hands, nailing, the wood and things like this, creating. So the intuition and creation are very hand in hand. And so when you see these things for yourself, when you see that, okay, this is what I'm seeing, this is where I want to go, what I want to build, that's in line with your intuitive senses. So that's better.
And maybe Kevin can address the scary, the people, you hear people talking actually? Yeah, okay. Maybe Kevin can address that. If he has anything.
Well, as we are this everything awareness that Val has identified as the awareness is everything reality, you'll call it what you will. We are, as we are then this everything reality, then as we are differentiating into the various body forms in the consciousness as it is revealed, as it is on the physical level, what's really happening then is we are then multiple viewpoints of this same overall reality. And so effectively, even though we can differentiate body forms, we can say one person's having a invisible inclination, one person's another may have another. In reality, it's the same overall awareness, having all these experiences, just almost like viewing itself subjectively. And so in reality, we can sort of access anything that is going on in creation, access anybody else's ideas or creations, views of anybody else's mechanics. Their in creationism, this comprises basically of this series of creating ideas. These ideas may formulate as actual simulated experiences or realms like worlds or dimensions. They may affect through as body forms, as well as part of this everything that's animated with all of it. So we can be shown everything that is occurring throughout multidimensional creation, regardless of whether it's actually our personal creation or our others. And so, and as we are the deciders, as everything follows basically what we choose, where we focus on, where we place our attention. Even momentarily, if you happen to see something on television that has very strongly with us, will be akin to a focus back, just kind of focus which will affect and express on real time in our dreams. And will often be shown a lot of that which is in association with it. And so, effectively, what we are shown on the real side of our dreams is generally moment by moment what we need to be shown, as scary as it may be. As I said, where we place our focus, where we place our attention. Even of time that intense we may set throughout our day. So we'll be seeing that which reflects on it on the real side, because not only are we the experiencer in that we generate that which we are going to experience, but we also, as I said, we then are the experience and the experiencer simultaneously. And so, as I said, if you're hearing scary things or encountering that which is inducing fear with you, I mean, as we said, fear is the mechanics of one of the reactive body vehicles, which means sensation out of your body. And so actually our response to what we experience is actually what we created. But, like I said, the whole point of becoming more intuitively aware is that you are subjected to what's actually going on in creation. You will see that which is scary as well as that which is nice. There are some nice areas in creation and designed areas are very heavily, but they're also very visible areas as well. And as you become more intuitive and become more aware, you're going to sort of access and be shown everything, even the scary stuff. That's all part of it, because that which we are not aware of will still be affecting us, because through our awareness of everything, so we can move more into a position where we're not the effects of that which we are conscious of. And so it's very important that we do allow and facilitate the entire information we have about to us, that we can that which we find scary. Well, there we go, also the words
Mark, it's like your, Wi-Fi networks. You're turning into a particular network. You have access to hearing certain things going on around you. It's not good or bad. It's just you tuned into that somehow. You're being open in a certain way. So you can. I don't know if you have other dreams too, or is that the primary thing that's going on with you? Okay. Well, again, you can use the new you to intuitively see what you can do with it. Because you can actually, these experiences we have, we can utilize them as a tool to become more aware, and to expand our awareness, which is why we're here, to become more aware. So that you can use that as a benefit for yourself. But again, the new you will help you see through your intuitive sense what you want to decide to do with it, if anything. But it's shown, you're being shown with you being shown for a reason, or maybe not a reason. Sometimes it's like, we just go to our car. We have a dream of we're walking to our car. We're just like in the physical. We're walking to our car. What does it mean? Is there a profound meaning to it? No, we're just walking to our car. So that's maybe what we bring back from our dream. It's not everything means something deep. It's just that that's what we remember. But for your example, again, you can look at it and see what your intuition tells you. If you remember nothing from this workshop today, just, I suggest remembering nothing. Just don't remember anything, but just listen, listen. You use that part of yourself that's the intuition part, that body closest to your real awareness, because it'll guide you. Life basically will guide you to your next step. And as I said before, there's no answer. There's no final answer to anything. It's always a next step. Life is endless. There's no final resolve to anything in creation. It's always the next step. In creation, people try to find an answer to something. They're always seeking for something, an answer. But it's a cause and effect relationship. There's always good and bad. There's always, you do something, there's an effect. There's no final answer. So, if you understand that, it's easier to get through life. And just use your intuition to see what the next step is. And the next step will bring you into more awareness if you're sincere with wanting to wake up and become more aware. It becomes an adventure, So, Francesca or Sue, have anything a question or anything to add?
I'm sorry. We would like to support you guys, and so anytime that you want to use this, please feel free to use it. So don't.
Thank you. Thank you.
So okay,
Thank
just
you.
help us to keep it clean. That's it.
Okay.
Just use it. Whatever. Just
Thank you for not throwing
Thank
tomatoes.
you, gracias.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Let
We'll leave whenever you want.
me know, I have to go.
Yeah.
Very important was Salito.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I learned.
Yeah. Thanks for the gift. How are you?
Thank you. Bye. Have fun.
You
Besos.
guys have any complaints? Leo, Francesca, any comments?
Jessica, sí, something.
I'm good. I've been sitting all morning. I've been sitting all morning watching what's going on with Israel all day, all night. Volunteers for Israel, but yeah, so now I'm just stand for.
Yeah, take a water. Oh, excuse me. I didn't hear.
Yeah, no, I don't really have questions. All my questions are being answered when we're complaining God, and I believe it very well know that. So
Okay.
that's all.
That's cool. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for texting me. I was there last Sunday at the place.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I wanted to ask you, are there any places for rent around that area? Do you know?
Well, I mean, actually that place, he's got extra rooms for rent, but they gotta be all cleaned up.
Intuitive Seeing Survival Sessions at Puerte Valle Community Room in La Mission to get in touch with your intuition. The so-called mysteries of a person's dreams have always intrigued many who are unaware of what is actually taking place while a person's physical body is sleeping. The dream idea was invented, just like conspiracy theory, by those who control others, as a means to keep unaware people and other body types away from knowing their so-called dreams actually refer to another dimension, a portal, an opening, to start to wake up to more than just struggling and suffering as slaves in creation. If you want to access your intuitive ability, then participate in our monthly event at Puerte Valle Community Room in La Mission. Contact Val Vitols at 408-990-6627. 408-990-6627. Join our next session on November 1st at 12:30. See you there.